I got to be honest, that movie, for me at least, in my experience, was not something that was generally talked about. Like it wasn't like a thing that I don't know how much that impacted at least my neighborhood in my community. It was before my time. I think, if and when it was talked about, it wasn't a great perception of, Latinos. On top of that, you didn't even have many Latinos portraying Latinos, which in the history of cinema, that's a very common thing and an unfortunate thing. So, there's a lot of things about that I think, I've learned just as an actor and writer, the power of the medium of storytelling on TV and film. It has a huge impact on people's minds and brains of how they perceive people. So, it wasn't the best sort of representation. I mean, there were some wonderful people, Rita Moreno, who's an icon and obviously has really moved the needle for so many people and for our people specifically. So, but it wasn't like a huge talked about thing. Again, not where I grew up, not in my home. It wasn't something that we were like West Side Story, we felt like this or like that about it. But I remember, because I'm like, those people don't look like us or don't sound like us. Like we could tell. And that happens even to this day. But we'll see something and I'm like, somebody's portraying another ethnicity or culture. And when it's specific to Latinos, like we can tell. It's like the accent's off, the dialect's off, or they're not, So, but it's powerful. I mean, I've tried to really be mindful of that. And actually it's why I've done a lot more writing and producing is I want to be able to tell our stories. I think we have some incredible stories as opposed to the continued misconceptions that keep being perpetuated, that are negative, that are hoodlums, drug dealers, this and that. It's like, that's a powerful thing for our people to continue to receive and be told this is all you are on a large format medium. So it's why I've really been pushing and trying to, and I know there's a lot of great people out there like me that are really sort of about trying to make that change and create these incredible, compelling stories and characters that authentically represent us, every shape and size and color the way we are.